guys, Metal Mohan here, back with another album review. This time we're reviewing Killswitch Engage's latest album called Atonement, which is their 8th album from the guys, and it's the first on their new record label, Metal Blade, and it's also the 5th featuring current and original vocalist Jesse Leach. So yeah, this album's out this Friday, the 16th of August on Metal Blade Records. And the album starts off with Unleashed, so that was the first single that they released. So you've probably heard it by now. Heavy, chugging, beastly vocals, that nice grainy vocal as well, that Jesse's kind of famous for as well. Deep growls, very much a melodic classic Killswitch Engage chorus as well. And it's everything that you would expect from a Killswitch Engage single. So really good, and it gives a good interpretation of the album as a whole, all the different genres into one song that you'd expect from Killswitch Engage. Then the second track on the album, which is one that has been very highly anticipated, as it features a collaboration with Howard Jones, of course, who was the Killswitch Engage vocalist for a number of years, and he's an absolute beast. And people have been very much looking forward to seeing this collaboration, hearing this collaboration, and it's an absolute beast of a track. And I think the best part about it is that it really highlights how good of a vocalist Jesse Leach actually is. It's really fast, intense, again, deep growls from Jesse. He's in absolute beast mode on this track, and it features Howard harmonising with Jesse in the chorus as well, which is really nice, as Howard's not too high in the mix, he's just kind of in the background, and it really lets Jesse shine as well. And then Howard does have an intense, harsh verse of his own as well. And it's perfectly fine to love both of these vocalists, man. You hear people all the time kind of comparing both. They're both absolutely amazing in their own right, and I'm really happy that they managed to get this collaboration onto this album, and it's just a really good all-round track as well. Then it moves on to Us Against the World, which is very much a slower pace track by them. More of a melodic track, you know, a few open guitar chords, sort of ringing out notes, that kind of thing. Very much a slower track, and it breaks down the pace nicely after the first two really intense tracks as well. So it's placed perfectly into the album. Then it moves on to a track called Crownless King. So it starts with Jesse screaming go, and you know, if a metal vocalist starts off screaming go, it's going to be a heavy, intense song. It's very much a thrashy type number from Killswitch, and of course it features Chuck Billy as well, so you'd expect nothing less but a heavy, intense, fast, thrashy type song from the guys. So it's all out heavy on that one. Really good, really intense. Then it moves on to the second single that they released, which is called I Am Broken 2. So it's very much a slow, melodic, radio-friendly type track. It's very short. It's a very short track. It comes in at just under, I think it's about 2.5 minutes, I think it is, or around about that time. When I first heard it, I thought it was quite generic and quite bland, but then they recently released the official music video for it, and it gave a bit more context into the track, and it actually shows that they're very much deep, heartfelt lyrics that come from a real place. And of course, if you watch the music video, it shows that it's raising awareness for suicide awareness, and it gives sort of helplines and that kind of thing. And that's something that a lot of people can relate to, especially within sort of the hard rock metal community. And then it gave a lot more meaning, and you can tell it comes from a real heartfelt place. And Jesse's very open about his mental health issues as well. I was actually fortunate enough to meet Jesse Leach last year, and he's a very much an open, honest, down-to-earth kind of guy. And he's very open about his mental health issues and things that help. And he's obviously using this platform as well to help other people, which is really cool. And you can't have anything but respect for that. And again, very good melodic delivery from Jesse. You can tell it's coming from a real place as well. So again, not the best song, but the meaning and the message behind it is great. Track after that, As Sure As the Sun Will Rise. So it's straight back into the heavy. So we had a nice break there, straight back into the heavy, fast double bass verse, and a big melodic chorus. And the great thing about this track as well is that Adam D brings in some vocals as well. So it's Adam D and Jesse harmonising in the chorus as well. which is really nice because I think Adam D has got a great voice, and him and Jesse just have that great chemistry together. When they work together, you know, magic things happen, especially Times of Grace as well. Another great album. If you've not heard of their other project that they did before, go check that out. But yeah, blast beats on the drums as well feature in this track. So again, really good overall, really heavy verse, melodic chorus, both Adam and Jesse on vocals. Great track again. Then following that, it's a track called Know Your Enemy, which is not a Rage Against the Machine cover, unfortunately. But yeah, again, a really heavy song, heavy screams from Jesse. Then it has a really groovy type of guitar riff as well, sort of what you heard on My Curse, a little bit that kind of groove where it just makes you want to shake yourself, you know. Really good. And then all harsh vocals in this track as well. And again, very much socially conscious lyrics from Jesse. So a lot of what we heard on his, well, that's what he's known for really. You know, he's not afraid to speak his mind. And again, he says something like, bow down to no one. It's very much that kind of socially conscious, you know, type of song, which is, I love. That's one thing I love about Jesse. He's very open, and he doesn't hold back on this track especially. And again, a really good overall track from the guys. Then following that, it goes into a track called Take Control, which is very much a clean vocals rock style type track, groovy and slow. Again, it breaks the album nicely. The thing about this album, which is so good, is that it has that slower song in between a couple of heavy tracks, which makes the pace of it really nice, and it just breaks it up nicely. So, and then this one, yeah, great vocals again. Tasty melodic guitar solo in this one as well from Adam. Really good, really nice, slower, sort of more of a catchy rock type anthem. Then following that, it's a track called Ravenous. It starts with a big scream from Jesse, heavy double bass on that one, thrashy, chugging, nice lows from Jesse as well. Jesse's vocal performance on this album overall is absolutely amazing. He's really pushed himself, and you can see that he's grown over the years since he's returned back with the guys. And it's really nice to hear as well. And it's got a really big melodic chorus, as you expect from the guys. Following that, it's a track called Can't Be Only One. This one is one with all melodic vocals. So again, we've gone from a really intense, heavy song to one with all melodic vocals as well. This is probably the weakest track on the album, just because the rest of it is so intense and so amazing, both on the heavy side and on the melodic side. I felt this one is just an average track from the guys, but again, one track out of, 14 or however many's on here isn't bad going really. It just doesn't gravitate, or it didn't grab me as much as the rest did. And then it ends with a track called Bite the Hand That Feeds. And this one is very much thrashy, heavy, low end guitars, tremolo picking on the guitars as well, harsh vocals, chugging. This is definitely one for the old school, so if you're a fan of the original self-titled and Alive or Just Breathing especially, this one is for you guys, definitely. So overall, they really pushed themselves on this album, I felt. And it's definitely, it's a genre that's very much oversaturated. But these guys are, they're the OGs in this kind of genre. And it's good to see that after all these years, what must be 20 odd years now, they're still going and they're still pushing themselves. And on this album especially, after the pretty average Incarnate, which was their last album that came out a few years ago, this one's definitely a step in the right direction. It shows that they still want to make great music, great production on here from Adam D, as you'd expect. Jesse's really pushed himself, like as I've probably said a few times already by now, but his vocals are absolutely intense on this song, on this album. And there's definitely something for everyone on this album as well, I feel. It's one that, no matter what era of Killswitch you're into, this has literally got everything on here. So you're really going to enjoy it, and I'm really impressed by this album. Looking forward to the guys, so they're coming over to the UK in October, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. I think it's October the 19th, I'll be at the Birmingham show, so really looking forward to seeing them. It's always a good time to see Killswitch Engage live. So yeah, I'll give this a solid 9 out of 10. Killswitch Engage, Atonement, it's out this Friday, 16th of August. I highly recommend everybody to check it out. Once you've heard it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave your thoughts and comments down below on the review as well. I'll add all my social media links down in the description as well. So it'd be great to keep in touch with everybody. And yeah, and that's it from me. Thank you very much for listening, and speak to you later.